I want to go outside. Leaf, I want to go outside. Leaf, I'm thirsty. Leaf, I don't like it here. Leaf, I don't like it here. Leaf, and then outdoor, it's like, yay, 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 yay. Party, 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 party. What's up everyone? My name is Jaleesa. This is Green Mable, where we talk about all lovely things called plants. If this is your first time here, welcome. I'm so happy you're here. In this video, I am going to talk about crotons, my faves. Yes, it is time to talk about crotons again, and what better time to talk about them than during the summer. These are my beloved crotons. This one I've had for about 5 years. This one I've had for about 5 weeks. But nonetheless, I love them both. You already know which one is my favorite because it's the one that I've had the longest. So yes, croton care differs outdoor versus indoor. Now you can already guess which one might be easier, but in this video I'm going to explain to you some of the differences between indoor and outdoor care. If you've had a croton indoor, you want to bring it outside but you don't want it to go into shock. If you have a croton outdoor and you're wondering how to care for it, if you are new to crotons or if you've had bad luck with crotons in the past. And don't worry, if you have had bad luck with crotons in the past, you're not the only one. For some reason, crotons have this reputation of being less than stellar among houseplants. And you know what? As a plant parent for several years of this one, I understand why. Sometimes it takes a little while to get the hang of croton care, but in this video we're going to simplify it, because what better time, what easier time to care for your croton than during the long, warm growing season of the summer. All right, so you have a croton and you're not sure exactly all of the things it needs. So if you bought it from a store, you might have noticed this little thing that came with it. And these tend to come with a lot of plants. And this little stub says that croton is a shrub, that croton takes full sun. Does a croton take full sun? Yes, it can tolerate full sun. Can a croton stand 12 hours of sun? Probably not. I mean, it might be able to, but like, I'm in Texas and this sun here is a scorcher. I have it in kind of like a mid-sun area. So my crotons get sun in the morning and a little bit in the afternoon, and that's about it. When the sun is very intense, then these guys can get prone to leaf burn. So you just want to be careful. Just watch that. Like, don't just go off of these. Even though they say full sun, any more than 6 hours of sun might be too much for your croton. So let's say you have a croton indoor and you want to bring it outdoor for, you know, just some better care. If you bring your croton that's indoor out, then place it in a shadier spot first and then gradually introduce it to the sunlight. Even in a shady spot, crotons are going to get a lot of light, a lot more than they will get inside your home. Outdoor light is more aerial. It is like more panoramic, whereas indoor light pretty much only comes from one direction. So light is a croton's best friend, and if you're taking your croton from indoor to out, then it's going to get a lot happier and it's going to really receive that light very well. Indoor, if you have a croton indoor, you got to make sure your blinds are open, you got to make sure your curtains are pulled back, you have to make sure that there's not a tree in the way obstructing the light that's coming in your window. Outdoor, you don't have to do any of that. What you don't want to do is take your croton from indoor and then just place it outdoors in the full sun. It's gonna melt, or it's gonna like is going to get leaf burn. So you don't want to do that. You don't want to cause your plant to go into shock. You want to gradually introduce it to the sun. I love these guys so much. They love being outdoors. They receive about 4 hours of morning sunlight every morning. So they are really happy. They don't get sunburned. That's just the main thing you want to watch out for, just as long as it's like not too much sun, or it's like they're being exposed to sunlight all day. It's not like, it's not grass. Like grass is used to being in the sun all day, but it's a plant, and plants need a little bit of shade. They need a break from time to time, even though they say full sun. If you have a Croton indoor and you're trying to satisfy it with humidity, you would need a humidifier. Outdoor, however, there's a lot more humidity in nature, in the air, especially if you're in the Gulf Coast region, if you're on the East Coast or in the Southeast. And if you have a Croton and you're thinking about placing it outdoors, how much more can I recommend you to place your Croton outdoor than now? Because your Croton is gonna love it. The humidity as compared with water, so like watering is more so for the roots. Yes, the roots are gonna, enjoy that water, but humidity is for the health of the leaves. The leaves are really going to receive that humidity. It's going to really help with the maturing, the development of the leaves. Let's talk about growth. So Crotons grow kind of like, they start out like a fist, and then they kind of gradually like open up, and one will go like this way, one will go this way, and one will go this way. So they'll kind of open like in fists and go into 3 different directions, right? So that is still the case outdoor. But what'll also happen outdoor is, if you notice right here, you can see like these little nodes that are coming off. Well, these branches rather. So these branches started out being nodes that eventually went out like the fist growth. So these branches tend to come more so when the plant is getting a lot more light and it's getting a lot more humidity. So having your Croton outdoor is really going to help it branch out and not just grow upward from the center of the stem. Also want to mention, these bright and beautiful colors on these Crotons are very dependent on light, and they're going to grow a lot better, a lot faster, and a lot more color variated outdoor versus indoor. So some people are like, oh, I'm scared of Crotons. I don't ever want another Croton again. That Croton is ghetto. That Croton is terrible. I'm scared of it. No. All you needed to do was place your Croton outside, sis. Crotons are very forgiving plants also. If you place your Croton outside, not only will it receive better light, not only will it receive better humidity, not only will it grow faster, but nature will help correct the issues with it. So say for instance, your Croton has only been growing like a certain way. It's only been growing up. Well, outdoor, sometimes Crotons will grow out like from the branches. So they'll start branching off. They'll start branching off better the more light they're receiving, the more humidity they're receiving, the more nourished their soil is. Like nature will help correct those issues with the Croton. And I'll tell you what, like this Croton was actually really leggy last year, but since it's been outside, it started branching, and with it branching in a few different directions now, it's becoming more bushy rather than like a leggy stem that's just going straight up. Now that brings me to the next point of watering. So like with any plants that you place outdoor, if you place this Croton outside, it is going to need watering more often. Now I have my Crotons in terracotta pots, and some of you may say, no, you should never put a Croton in a terracotta pot because they don't like for their soil to dry out. They don't like for their soil to be dried out. That is true. However, having your plants that are outdoor in terracotta is a lot better. And what I mean by terracotta is like this dark standard clay. So terracotta will wick the moisture away, like it will absorb that moisture from the soil. But if you have your croton outside, then I recommend you watering that croton every other day at minimum. And when it's really hot outside, like if it's scorching hot, you're going through like a really bad heat wave, then you'll want to make sure that you go in and you check the soil. Use your finger to check the soil. What I also want to mention is the soil that you use. I really don't think crotons are that particular on the type of soil that you use. I just think that they like for their soil to not dry out. So I've used palm citrus soil in the past with this croton. That has worked really well. I haven't had a problem with it. When I repotted it to this terracotta pot, I used a different potting mix. I used a potting mix that is for raised bed gardens, and that was because that was what I had available at the time. I didn't have any more palm citrus soil. So what I want to mention regarding that is to use what you have, because your croton is going to be fine, especially with it being outdoor. It's not really going to have an issue with any type of potting soil. Just make sure that you have fertilized. Make sure you fertilize the soil as well. And I also want to mention that too. So let me grab this fertilizer. So this is the fertilizer that I use. It's an all-purpose plant food, and I've used that in some fruits and veggies that I have outside, and it works well for this croton too. So indoor, your croton, like during the fall and winter season, you're not going to want to water it that much because you don't want it to suffer from root rot. Whereas outside in the summertime, you don't have to worry about that pretty much at all, especially if you have it in terracotta. Like summer, yeah, that plant is going to use that water. Last but not least, let's talk about pests. So crotons indoors are very susceptible to spider mites, but guess what they're susceptible to outside? Spider mites. It's no different. They are susceptible to spider mites outside as well as inside. The differences between outdoor spider mites attacking crotons and indoor, really none. Your croton, if it's attacked by spider mites outside, then it's going to start shedding leaves. You're going to see the web the same way. You just need to act quick, very quickly. Be sure to get a hose and spray it down with water, and then after that, spray your croton down really well with some neem oil to protect it. Be sure to act right away. That is the main thing when it comes to pests with crotons. Other than that, like, I don't see any other bugs other than spider mites tending to attack this. I don't think I haven't experienced any animals trying to come and eat this plant, thankfully. Not exactly. Okay, so outdoor light is panoramic. So it's gonna receive light like all around, pretty much, unless you like have it up against the wall. But even then, it's still gonna be a lot brighter than the light indoor. By far, crotons are so much easier to care for outdoor than they are indoor, because I'm telling you what, like when these guys are out in nature, it's like, they're like, yes, I'm home. And then when they're indoor, they're like, okay, I'll grow. Just give me at least what I need. And then if you don't, they're like, I want to go outside. Leaf, I want to go outside. Leaf, I'm thirsty. Leaf, I'm thirsty. Leaf, I don't like it here. Leaf, I don't like it here. Leaf. And then outdoor, it's like, yay, 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 yay. Party, 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 party. Yes. So So yes, crotons are so much easier to care for outdoor than indoor. Just be sure you're watering your croton, because when it's outdoor and it's loving the summer and the warm weather and the humidity, then it's really feeling like it's back in its natural habitat, because outdoor is its natural habitat. So if you are wondering what to do with your croton, don't wonder anymore, because there's nice warm months here, and outdoor is the place for your croton to be. Now, the last disclaimer I want to give you is to bring your croton indoor once the temperatures outdoor at nighttime reach below 60 degrees Fahrenheit or 15 degrees Celsius. So you'll want to be sure to bring your croton in, because it's not meant to handle cold temperatures. Crotons make beautiful patio plants. If you want to spruce up your patio, you want your home, your walk up to your home like to be beautiful, then place your croton right there by the door. So I hope that you found this video helpful. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to leave them in the comments below. And if you have questions that you don't want to leave in the comments, be sure to follow me on Instagram at Green Mable. My name is Jaleesa. This is Green Mable, and I will see you in the next video. Be sure to subscribe. Bye now.